My friends, I want to talk to you today about something that destroys more dreams than failure ever could. It's not lack of talent. It's not bad timing. It's not even poverty or disadvantage. It's what people call laziness. But here's what I discovered after studying over 500 of the most successful men and women in America, and here's what will shock you. Laziness, as most people understand it, doesn't actually exist. Let me say that again. True laziness, this idea of someone who simply refuses to work, who prefers to do nothing, who chooses idleness for its own sake, is extraordinarily rare. In 20 years of research, analyzing the lives of both the successful and the unsuccessful, I found something remarkable. What we call laziness is almost always something else entirely. It's a symptom, a signal. A desperate alarm bell from your subconscious mind trying to tell you something vitally important. And if you misdiagnose it as mere laziness, if you try to beat it with willpower and self-discipline alone, you will fail, every single time, because you're fighting the wrong battle. Let me tell you about a man I met in Chicago, successful by every external measure, good income, respected position. But he came to me in desperation. "Hill," he said, "I've become lazy. I can't explain it. I used to be driven, ambitious, hungry. Now I can barely get myself to work in the morning. I drag through my days. I procrastinate on everything. What's wrong with me?" So I asked him a simple question. "What are you working toward?" He stared at me, confused. "I mean right now." I pressed. "Today, this week, this year. What specific goal are you pursuing? What definite outcome are you moving toward?" He opened his mouth, closed it, opened it again. He had no answer, not because he was lazy, but because he had lost his definite chief aim. He was drifting, and a drifting mind looks exactly like a lazy person, but the cause is entirely different. Here is the truth. When a person has a burning desire toward a specific, clearly defined goal, when they can see it, taste it, feel it in their imagination, laziness becomes impossible. Think about a child on Christmas morning. Are they lazy getting out of bed? Do you have to drag them downstairs? Do you have to motivate them with willpower and discipline? Of course not. They fly out of bed. They're electric with energy. Why? Because they have a definite, vivid, emotionally charged outcome they're moving toward. The energy was always there. The desire provided the direction. This is what most people don't understand. Energy without direction looks like laziness. Desire without clarity feels like paralysis. You don't have a laziness problem. You have a clarity problem. Let me break this down for you, because understanding this will free you from years of self-blame and wasted effort. Reason number 1, lack of definite purpose. This is the most common cause of so-called laziness. When you don't know exactly what you want, specifically, concretely, vividly, your subconscious mind has nothing to work toward. You become like a ship without a rudder. You drift. You feel heavy. You procrastinate. Not because you're lazy, but because you're directionless. Your subconscious is incredibly intelligent. It will not mobilize your energy for vague wishes. It requires definiteness of purpose. "I want to be successful" is not definite. Your mind doesn't know what that means. It has nothing to pursue. "I will earn $10,000 per month by December 31st through building my consulting business" is definite. Now your subconscious has something to work with. Now energy can flow. The moment you get clear, the laziness disappears. Reason number 2, fear disguised as laziness. Here's something I discovered that changed everything. What looks like laziness is often terror. A man says he's too lazy to start his business, but the real truth, he's terrified of failure, terrified of what people will think, terrified of discovering he's not good enough. So his subconscious mind protects him through paralysis. It's not laziness, it's fear wearing a mask. A woman says she's too lazy to pursue her dreams, but dig deeper and you'll find she's afraid of success, afraid of the responsibility it would bring, afraid of outgrowing her current relationships. The mind creates laziness to protect you from perceived danger. And here's the thing about fear. You cannot beat it with willpower. You can only transmute it through understanding and purpose. When your purpose is strong enough, fear becomes irrelevant. The goal pulls you forward despite the fear. But when your purpose is weak or unclear, fear masquerades as laziness, and you never identify the real enemy. Reason number 3, mental and physical exhaustion. I've met countless people who beat themselves up for being lazy when they're actually running on empty. They work jobs they hate, they live in toxic relationships, they consume news and negative media all day. They never rest, they never refuel their minds. Then they wonder why they have no energy for their dreams. You cannot draw water from an empty well. This isn't laziness, this is depletion. And the solution isn't more willpower. It's better resource management. Your mind requires fuel. Positive mental food, clear purpose, hope, faith, rest, inspiration. If you're feeding it garbage all day, then wondering why you feel sluggish and unmotivated, you're missing the obvious cause. Reason number 4, working against your natural design. Here's something most people never consider. You might appear lazy in one area of life while being wildly energetic in another. Why? Because human beings are not universally motivated. We are specifically motivated. A man who can't get himself to do his accounting is somehow energized when teaching others. A woman who procrastinates on her corporate job never procrastinates on her art. This isn't laziness. This is misalignment. You were designed for something specific. When you're pursuing that thing, your natural gift, your inherent talent, your soul's purpose, energy flows effortlessly. When you're forcing yourself to do what you're not meant for, every action feels like dragging a boulder uphill. Most people call this laziness. I call it your subconscious, trying to redirect you. So what's the answer? How do you overcome this condition that looks like laziness but is actually something else? Step 1. Get brutally clear on your definite chief aim. Stop with the vague wishes. Stop with the someday fantasies. Sit down today, right now if possible, and write out exactly what you want. Be specific. Use numbers, dates, details, not I want to be wealthy, but I will have a net worth of $500,000 by age 40. Not I want to be healthy, but I will weigh 165 pounds with 15% body fat by June 30th. Clarity is power. Vagueness is paralysis. When your goal is crystal clear, your subconscious mind knows exactly what to pursue. Energy flows naturally toward a definite target. Step 2. Connect your goal to burning desire. A goal without emotional fuel is just words on paper. You must attach feeling to your definite purpose. You must want it so badly that the thought of not having it becomes painful. Ask yourself, why do I want this? What will it give me? How will my life transform? Who will I become? Close your eyes and live in that future reality. Feel it, taste it, see yourself there. When desire burns hot enough, laziness cannot survive. Step 3. Identify the fear. Be honest with yourself. What are you actually afraid of? Failure, judgment, success, change, responsibility? Write it down. Face it directly. Because fear cannot withstand examination. Once you name the fear, you can address it. You can transmute it into fuel. But as long as it hides behind the mask of laziness, it controls you. Step 4. Eliminate energy drains. Look at your life. What's draining you? Negative people? Soul-crushing work? Toxic media? Poor health habits? You cannot expect to feel motivated while actively depleting yourself. Start protecting your mental and physical energy like your life depends on it, because your dreams do. Step 5. Align with your natural design. Stop forcing yourself to be something you're not. If your current path feels like constant resistance, maybe the problem isn't laziness, maybe it's the wrong path. What energizes you naturally? What activities make you lose track of time? What would you do even if no one paid you? That's your clue. That's your breadcrumb trail toward your true purpose. Here's something most people never realize. Energy is not created by discipline. Energy is released by alignment. When you're aligned with your purpose, when you're clear on your goal, when you're doing what you're meant to do, energy appears from nowhere. You don't have to force it. You don't have to manufacture motivation. It flows naturally, like water downhill. But when you're misaligned, when you're unclear, when you're pursuing someone else's dream, no amount of discipline can sustain you. You'll always feel lazy. You'll always procrastinate, because your subconscious knows the truth even when your conscious mind doesn't. Your laziness is actually wisdom trying to get through. Let me tell you about a woman I met in Detroit. Absolute picture of laziness. By her own description, couldn't get herself to work. Procrastinated constantly. Felt guilty and ashamed every single day. She'd tried every productivity system, every motivational book, every self-discipline technique. Nothing worked. So I asked her, "What do you actually want?" She looked at me like I'd spoken a foreign language. "I mean it," I said. "If you could design your life from scratch, what would it look like?" And for the first time in years, she started talking about her real dreams: writing children's books, teaching creativity to kids, building something meaningful. "But I'm too lazy to pursue any of that," she said. "I can't even handle my current job." I smiled. "You're not lazy. You're misplaced. Your energy is being directed towards something you don't want. Of course it feels like pushing a boulder uphill." I had her write out her definite purpose. Connect it to burning desire. Make it specific and clear. Within 3 weeks, she'd written her first children's story. Within 6 months, she'd left her job and was teaching part-time while building her writing career. Same woman, same brain, same body, different clarity, different alignment, different result. The laziness vanished the moment the purpose became clear. So here's what I need you to understand. You are not lazy. You have never been lazy. You might be unclear. You might be afraid. You might be depleted. You might be misaligned. But lazy? No. Laziness is what people call it when they don't understand the real problem. And the real problem is almost always one of these: lack of definite purpose, fear disguised as inaction, mental and physical depletion, working against your natural design. Fix those, and the laziness disappears like fog in sunlight. Your energy is already there. It's been there all along. It's just waiting for clarity to release it, waiting for purpose to direct it, waiting for alignment to unleash it. So here's what I want you to do today. First, write out your definite chief aim. Be specific. Use numbers and dates. Make it so clear a child could understand it. Second, ask yourself honestly, what am I afraid of? Name the fear. Look it in the eye. Third, identify one major energy drain in your life and eliminate it this week. One toxic relationship, one soul-crushing obligation, one negative habit. Fourth, list 3 activities that energize you naturally, that make you lose track of time, that feel effortless. Start moving in that direction. Because here's the truth. You don't need more discipline. You need more clarity. You don't need to overcome laziness. You need to discover your purpose. And the moment you do, everything changes. The energy you thought was gone will come flooding back. The motivation you thought you lost will reignite like a furnace. Not because you became a different person, but because you finally became aligned with who you actually are. You were never lazy. You were just lost. Now it's time to find your way home.